One question we had is what we do when we have two seedlings come up in the same cup. These are very small 3-ounce bathroom cups, so there's not enough room for 2 or more seedlings to develop in these cups. So when they come up, and you can see there are 2 in this one, this is a boot jalokia, so there are 2 boot jalokia seedlings in this cup right here. We want to separate those so that we'll be able to save both plants. Now you can see these little bathroom cups have holes that I've burned in them with a small soldering iron. If you do it that way, they won't crack. If you try to cut a hole into them, they'll crack. So use a soldering iron or a hot screwdriver or something like that to burn holes in these so that the cups won't crack later on. But to get this out, of course, don't put your finger on top of the plants themselves, but try to find some way to hold the top of it so that you don't damage the plants, and then just give them a little bit of a shake, and then that will come right out. As you can see, that broke off a little bit short of the bottom of the cup, but that's not a problem. That just basically means there was no roots developed down beyond that point. And then all you need to do, and you'll get a little bit of a feel for this after you've done it a few times, is to break these apart so that you've got some of the root ball with each plant, if possible. Even if these come bare root when you start breaking it up, it's not a problem as long as you get them back into some soil and get them back into some water pretty quickly. So even though this was the smaller plant, you can see that I've got it pulled apart now, and it's got a real decent little root ball around it. So take your second cup, put a little bit of material in it, make a place that looks reasonably similar to the root ball that you've taken out. Drop it in, straighten it up, put a little soil back behind the plant in the open areas. And then get it into some water as soon as possible. That's really all there is to it. You'll be surprised how resilient these plants are as long as you don't crush the top part of them. So that's how we separate these plants, and of course I'll put this half back into this cup as well. As you can see now, I have them both in their own cups, and we just turned 2 seedlings into 2 separate plants. I'm using Miracle-Gro seed starting potting mix. This is the best I've found. I've tried some of the other brands. This is fairly free of sticks and clumps, and it works very well, particularly for these chili pepper seeds. After my plants develop in the 3-ounce bathroom cups, I transplant them to 18-ounce. I call them beer cups. These 2 have the holes burned in the bottom of them for drainage. There's some that are still in the smaller cups. These are kind of the intermediate group here. And then some that are a little farther along up here.